Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Stellato, and today I'm going to be talking about astrology. Astrology. So, yeah. Basically, it's like this. Most people, when they think of astrology, they think the stars are aligned in some sort of mystical pattern that no one really understands, and is completely outside of logic, that somehow affects you when you're born, and you have a zodiac then that will rule your life. Which is why most people do not believe in astrology. Or at least most reasonable people don't believe in astrology. But, okay, this is the thing. When astrology was invented, it was not the same as what we think of it. I'm aware my hair looks terrible. I just got out of the shower. It can't really be up, because if I put it up, it'll turn into a ballerina bun. Anyway, yeah, so most people today think of astrology as something like a zodiac, that it affects you when you're born, it controls your element, and many things, right? It's not like that. I'm going to tell you how it works really quick, okay? The aura is the essence of the spirit, okay? That's what it is. The aura is a tunnel. This is important. The aura is like a tunnel and a maze that source energy travels through in a specific pattern to create your ego, your consciousness, and your idea of self, okay? Stars produce a lot of energy, okay? And they produce an aura, but it's an aura without ego. So it's basically like a very simple pattern that source goes through. But simple patterns are still very complex in the greater scheme of things. Like a human aura is out there kind of complex. But a star aura is complex to where you could almost wrap your mind around it. So stars, because they have auras, they have essentially spirits, but not the spirit that you think of as a thought form. They have spirits that are archetypal, basically. Every star has its own form of law, kind of, its own little spin. Okay? So, because the auras of these stars are so huge, because they're so energetically full, they emit so much energy, the auras, or the energetic fields of these stars and their archetypal energies will mix in different constellations, okay? And the way that they mix it's kind of like wires almost. There are certain stars that are wired together with their auras kind of fusing, and those will kind of make energy spiral in a way that shoots lasers of energy, archetypal mixed energy in all sorts of directions, okay? But as you know, stars move, okay? You have a galaxy, right? In a galaxy, it spins. So the stars are always moving. That's why there are only 4 permanent zodiacs. So since the stars are always moving, we're in an age of these 12 zodiacs that we know of. Eventually, it'll be all changed around. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah. Basically, the energies of these stars mix together and fuse and spin around in a way that shoots lasers of archetypal programmed energy in all directions. And sometimes these lasers of energy hit the Earth, causing the consciousness and the life forms on the Earth to be affected in some sort of way. Your zodiac that you have when you're born almost matters, but it doesn't really matter, because when you gain conscious behavior, when you're able to be conscious of how you behave and what you're doing, and maybe patterns that you have in your life that could cause problems or undesirable outcomes for you, then the zodiac that you were born with becomes inherently useless, kind of, because you're kind of able to transcend that little imprint of energy that you were born with, okay? So it's very unimportant, your zodiac. But when doing magic, okay, you can use the zodiacs and whatever energy laser is being shot directly at the Earth, or even different specific parts of the Earth. I don't know about that. They call it a science, but I'm unsure. I'm unsure if it is quite science. You can use that to affect how well you're able to perform magic. When I say magic, I mean it as spelled with a K, but not in the Thelemitic sense, which is a religion, properly known as Thelema, or Thelema, which was invented by Aleister Crowley. But anyway, not in like a ritual magic sense. What I'm talking about is literally magic has a root word in imagination. Imagination is referring to thought, and thoughts are the essence of the ether, the infinite energy. Okay, magic is anything regarding the usage and the manipulation of the source energy, which I'll give you an example. When you pray, you are doing magic because you are creating a physical outcome through a non-physical means through the ether, through source, okay? Now, it's a different story when you're calling upon, like, spirits to do stuff. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, that's what magic is. Magic is the usage of the ether. That's its most basic definition. And a little bit more of a good definition would be magic is causing a physical outcome through non-physical means. Okay, so it's a non-physical means to a physical end. Simple. Okay, so in that sense, astrology can be useful. I'm just going to run over what I already covered a second ago. Watch the whole video, though, because there's more information within the video. I promise, okay? Promise. Yeah. Basically, stars and their auras collide and combine to shoot lasers in all directions. Sometimes those lasers hit Earth, and when they do, they create zodiacs, and the times and the seasons matter, because that's very important to exactly how the stars within this galaxy are moving, and so what beams of energy are hitting the Earth, okay? Very simple, okay? Yeah, so hang on. Okay, and so the next thing I was going to talk about is leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share. Goodbye, this video is over.